Thank you very much for that really sweet introduction, Toastmaster of the day. So yeah, the moment of truth session. So I hope all the members remember how I shared a form with all of y'all, which should have been filled like a week ago, to express your ideas on 6 aspects to evaluate our club to know where it is now. All right. So the moment of truth session is something like that. Since we have the guest here today, I will tell a little bit about it. So as all of you know, we are the club that we are right now in is Avissawella Toastmasters Club. So there are members joining in. There's an executive committee. So this is a club experience. However, in order for this club to sustain, we need to make sure that we do certain evaluations for the club to make sure where the club is now at the moment and what are the improvements to be done. So similar thing we do for our speakers as well. Whenever they complete a project, we tell them their improvement points, their strengths likewise. So the same thing we are doing for our club as well. Here, all the members and guests are allowed to provide their comments and tell the truth, basically tell the truth about the status of the club so that we can discuss about it, provide our recommendations, and take this club to the greater heights. So my fellow Toastmasters, when it comes to this moment of truth session, we conduct it under 6 aspects. What I mean by is that we basically evaluate the club in 6 avenues. All right. The first avenue is first impressions. Now, so as you can see, I have created this graph based on what you provided based on what you have filled in the Google form. Now, can any of you tell me why first impressions matter? Anyone would like to give an answer? Why should we be so concerned about first impression?
It needs to have the better relationship with the club or a person. To have a first impression creates the better relationships.
Yes, I believe this is guest Anoma.
Yes, Sanoma.
Yes, exactly. So when the power of first impression is that when the member feels happy, when the member feels welcomed in that first meeting itself, that member feels like coming back and building a relationship with that particular club. So that's the whole point of creating a good first impression in a club. Now, as you can see, the first impression is the first avenue that we are trying to evaluate here. And to evaluate first impressions, we have 6 indicators here. Guests greeted warmly and introduced to convenient meeting location. Now here, our meeting location is an online meeting. Since we have less number of members and still we are taking the baby steps, we are still conducting it online. So next thing is guest book and name tags provided. Now here, we don't really provide name tags. So what you can do is you can rename yourself. And guest book is something that is provided by the Sergeant at Arms to fill your names, to mark your attendance. Then professionally arranged meeting room. So this is, in our case, this is the Zoom meeting that we're talking about. So properly well-organized Zoom meeting is something we prefer. Guests invited to address the club. So this is something we see all the time in Avissawella Toastmasters Club. Guests are invited to join convenient meeting location. So as you can see, the members have overall, the average ratings I have calculated and shown it in the right side of the graph. So you can see that all of them are above 3, which is very good. So the thing is, the standard is 5 actually. Out of 5 of them are above 3. That means we have gone beyond the average, and overall our first impression rating is at a 4.25 level. That means we have room for improvement. So yeah, so overall it is impressive how our first impressions have been done in Avissawella Toastmasters Club. Now, since these are the ratings, however, there has been few suggestions for you all as well, and I will show them. Okay. So these are actually suggestions you are provided. Now, the thing is, we recognize a challenge and then we provide a suggestion. Here, the members have told that Guest book is not shared early with the participants, and guests should attend continuously with same engagement for future meetings. Now here the challenge is, how can we make these guests come again? That actually depends on the first impression, and also sharing the guest book early instead of at the last minute. So some suggestions provided by them are that the guest book or the Google form needs to be shared in Zoom chat during the meeting time, and once all the participants have joined. And the next thing is the executive member committee should contact the guests personally and motivate them to join the meeting continuously. So I believe currently this is actually happening. So these are the things that have been provided in the form. Anyone who would like to provide a suggestion for under this to improve the first impression? Even a guest can contribute. So these were from the Google sheet that I found. Anyone got an idea at this moment? Hiroshi, do you have any ideas on how we can improve first impressions? Any suggestions?
To have fellowship sessions before meetings, and also to like improve the quality of the meeting by having multiple speeches and inviting other Toastmasters from other clubs.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. Inviting guests from other clubs who are experienced. Now, as an example, today we have Toastmaster Binura here today. So like that, if we can have that variety in our clubs, that can actually improve the first impression as well. So Avissawella Toastmaster Club has the room for improvement when it comes to this, and I can see that all of you have taken initiatives at the moment as well. So that's it about the first impressions. We'll move on to the other one. The next is membership orientation. Now, the meaning of membership orientation is that once the members have joined to your club, how are you going to orient them? How are you going to make sure that they fit into the club? So in order to make sure that happens, some clubs organize various events. But since we're taking the baby steps, we'll see where we are more. So when it comes to formal induction, including a presentation of membership in and manuals, you have been given a 3.7 rating, an assignment of a mentor 4.3, educational programs and recognition 3.9, and learning needs assessed 3.7. I want to comment a little bit about the learning needs here. This is actually mainly about the disabled members who actually need, maybe if you have hearing problems, if you have any other problems, such people's learning needs to be recognized at first. And also any other learning needs, even though you are, so are prioritizing the disabled ones, but if you have any other learning needs, you can always talk to your club members and make sure that may. And speaking roles assigned 4.2, discussed accommodation for members with disabilities 3.3, member involved in all aspects of club activities. So here overall membership orientation wise, it's 3.85. So maybe this is something we can improve a lot more to make sure that member feels like they fit into this club. And we'll see what are the suggestions they have provided in the Google form. So I can see these are the ratings you are provided. Yes. Now they are mentioning that there should be opportunities for all. Some members keep taking the same roles without attempting new roles. So prepare schedule for roles. We might have to keep a track on who plays which roles: responsible person, vice president, education. So here, coming up with speaking role, now assigning these members for role playing, it won't exactly improve the membership orientation. It can, but that will not be the sole course to improve this. So one thing even I would like to suggest is you can have like a role player tracker, which member played which one, so that make sure every member have that experience of playing few roles, at least 4 to 5 roles, so that they are more educated, they have more experience. So that's something you can do. At the same time, you can also conduct a very comprehensive membership induction for your members, maybe with the help of your club coaches. We'll see. So if you are in the need of such an induction, let us know. If not, we'll see once the new members join. We will be able to organize something like that. So is there anyone who would like to provide a suggestion on how we can improve membership orientation? So as you can see, though our first impressions are at a 4-point level, this is at a 3-point level. So perhaps even though we bring in new members, we need to make sure that they are oriented well, right? So I hope the executive committee will take note of these things and consider in the future. Yes. So the next thing, is fellowship, variety, and communication. Now, Toastmasters is not only about, having these meetings and improving your public speaking skills. It is actually about improving your communication skills, networking, meeting people, and it's a fun experience overall. So that's something where we can work on when it comes to Avissawella Toastmaster Club. So as you can see, the ratings that they have provided, the guests are greeted warmly and made welcome. You are given a 4, which is obvious that even today I witnessed that. Enjoyable and educational meetings planned. Yes, so we recently had a team meeting. We can keep working on that. So regularly scheduled social events. Now, this is the thing we need to work on having social events. I believe there's a social event organized from the area level, which is happening tomorrow, right, Hiroshi?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yeah, so you can join such events, and we can also tell our area director to organize even more events in the future. And interclub events encouraged, 3.5. So that actually needs to be planned at an area level, I would say. And club newsletter website published and updated regularly. Now, club newsletter is something I believe new for all of you all. It's nothing big. So basically, it's like making a newsletter from your club by mentioning about the activities that you perform during that year and that it is distributed among the members. So how can we improve? So overall rating is 3.4. So they can definitely improve that. And I will share your the recommendations provided by members. Yes, so some people have said that the pandemic situation has been a challenge. Okay, we are unable to do inter-club events and we are only having 11 members in our club. So less social interaction due to virtual meeting. Things like that. And the suggestion has been provided to improve this fellowship and communication-wise. Some additional responsibilities for the VPPR. So to improve the social media presence and have more creative programs. And also they encourage the executive member to attend district training programs. Club members need to participate for contests and things like that. And VPPR should be more engaged with the things. Yeah. So if the VPPR here, if she's unable to contribute because of her exams, maybe you can appoint a shadow exco member to help her with that. So such things can be actually done. So anything you would like to provide, any suggestions when it comes to fellowship activities? So how many of you all attended the today's session of the emergence? There are 4 incredible speakers spoke today about evaluation, humorous contestants, everything. Were you all aware of that?
Yeah, I had shared the group and even I was unable to attend actually.
So it would have been better if you can focus on few members and ask them to join, because that was a really good program happened today. So from the club level, from the executive committee level, such things need to be done. If you can, they are literally sharing everything, you just have to attend and see. So these are actually organized physically as well. Right now, because of the petrol issues, they are mostly organizing them online. So try to attend these things. They teach you a lot of things. There is a whole Toastmaster fraternity out there, experienced people sharing their experiences, which is very inspiring. So that is it. It's your responsibility to like go beyond the club and attend these things and improve your exposure. So this is how we can improve the variety when it comes to a member's experience. So I hope the executive committee can take notes on like encourage the members to attend events like that. And our next is program planning and meeting organization. Now, this is actually mainly do with the educational side. Now, to make sure that a member does not feel lost and he gets some kind of an idea about what is going to happen in this meeting. So that's what you mean by program planning and meeting organization. So we can be pretty impressed with that aspect at Avissawella because the rating is 4.23 overall. So we have seen the agenda getting publicized in advance and members know program responsibilities and they are prepared. So even today I saw all of you think prepared and know the role you're supposed to play. So all projects are from pathways. Meetings begin and end on time, creative table topics, positive and helpful evaluations. So overall, we can be happy with how program planning and meeting organization going on with Avissawella. We'll see what are the comments they have provided. Yeah, so we need to focus on time management. So they are showing time management as a challenge. And they are also commenting that evaluations are good. Also, there's a specific comment here. They are telling that agenda publicization early because sometimes it takes time to find members for roles as we have small member base. And sometimes members cannot attend, then we have to reach out. So they're asking to publicize the agenda early. Should monitor the time management, president and exco. We can do it by sticking to the agenda. All speakers and role players should complete their task within allocated time period. Encourage members to attend and take roles. So these things have been suggested by our fellow club members. If anyone has any ideas, you can provide it right now. Anyone having any questions? No, right? Okay. And the next thing is membership strength. Now you might get confused here because membership orientation and membership strength. Now membership orientation is where you try to make them familiar about the club. You try to fit them in. Whereas membership strength has more to do with retention of the members. So here, club, making sure club has 20 or more members. Now we don't actually meet that. And making sure members are retained, that is 3.1. So this is something we can actually see after this renewal cycle. And club programs are varied and exciting. There's a 3.9 for that. Toastmaster sponsoring new members recognized. And regular membership building programs, promotion of club in the community and regular membership. So something when it comes to promoting the club, we can again get the use of social media. So something I would like to recommend the executive committee is that try to identify where you can improve when it comes to social media game. Because the district director talked to me and told me that if we come up with a membership flyer or something, they can do a paid campaign, paid run campaign from the district website itself. So these are opportunities for you all to attract members and retain them. So it's very important that you all discuss and come up with a public relations plan. We are to improve your membership strength. And we'll see the comments provided by the members. So they are also mentioning a very obvious challenge, of course, because of the dollar rate, people are struggling to join this organization because it's $45, I know. And also they're telling we have paid 11 members and about 2 members we cannot confirm they will pay. Also, we've been little behind promoting our club, but now we are doing it. Members should have own responsibilities. Yeah, so some of you have not really recognized give suggestions, should do more membership building programs and things like that. So that's something we can actually work on is social media. Even my home club, we are actually doing that. So we'll see. And the last but not least, yeah, that is achievement recognition. Award applications. Now, this is mainly when it comes to education, actually. Award applications immediately submitted to World Headquarters. Now, this is actually should be done by the Vice President Education. Once the member completes his project, once that person sends the request, the VP needs to submit them on time. Progress charts displayed and maintained. You have a 2.8 for that. Club, district, and international leaders recognized. Club and member achievements publicized. DCP is used for planning and recognition. So DCP is used for planning and recognition. I hope the executive members are already aware of what is DCP and everything. So my fellow members, DCP is actually, it is a program that is outlined by the Toastmasters International headquarters. So this is basically like a plan. You're supposed to achieve a target from all aspects, from membership, education, and overall club building. So they tell you to have level 2 awards from education. And they give you a set of goals so that you can use it, plan your rest of the year. And club and member achievements publicized. So this is something we are working on already. And we'll see the recommendations that are provided by the club members. So someone has told that I believe we have not yet shared post of members' educational achievements. Progress charts are not displayed. We have not yet used DCP for planning and recognition. Then we have not shared educational achievements. So when it comes to this progress chart is actually that can be done by the Vice President Education. So this is basically where you know where your club members are. If you have, let's say as an example, Hirushi, and it shows which level she is doing. All right. So basically you have a chart that shows which path, which level, which project she is doing. It's like you maintain it like a tracker, and maybe you can share it every 2 months so that the members can get motivated after seeing where they are and things get properly tracked. You can also use it for future planning as well. I believe the executive committee members can, if you already know what is DCP, then it is fine. But if not, you can have a small induction about what is Distinguished Club Program and educate your members. Yes, so basically progress charts and the DCP chart is something you can work on. Yes, so that's so talking about all these 6 aspects, those are the 6 aspects I had to cover. And we can see the overall where we are. So I hope you can see this. So moment of truth results. Overall, we have to improve from each and every aspect. I would say first impressions are already good and achievement recognition is also good. However, we have to work when it comes to membership strength, program and fellowship variety and communication. So those are the ones we have to work mostly. And yes, so this is basically the results of the moment of truth session we had. And I hope the executive committee has got an idea about where the club is right now and will take these suggestions into their consideration and try to plan the rest of the year to achieve the goals. And hopefully, and there will be another session called moment of truth implementation, where after another 2 or 3 months, you have to tell where you are when it comes to this implementation. So I wish you all the best when it comes to the implementation, and I sign off as the moment of truth host for today.